Hey guys, what's going on? I'm here with Victoria Smith. She's out in, where are you at? Italy?
I'm in Spain.
In Spain. See, I'm all lost. Telling people, I know somebody in Italy. I'm here with Victoria, and we're going to talk about some of the ways we work together through BlackBox. So, Victoria, it's been what, about a year now since we've been working together?
Yeah, it's been just over a year. We
Wow.
started at like the end of May 2018.
Right. And so it was weird because I kind of hit you up and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound rude. I'm bad at approaching people, you know?
Do you want to hear my version of the
Yeah,
story?
let's go. Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
So I was like completely new to stock footage because I don't film. I had worked as an SEO copywriter and my partner Gravity films. And so then I was like researching passive income, found stock footage, found BlackBox, was like, I'm gonna do this. And so then I joined it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn everything there is about keywording. And you wrote a post on the group where you said, who else is here just for metadata? And so since you said who else, I thought you were doing metadata. And I was like, oh, here's a nice guy who wants to talk about keywording. So I was like, hey, I'm here just for metadata. Like, we can compare pages. And then you wrote to me and you were like, what percentage would you want? And I like panicked a little bit and I was like, I've only done 12 clips. And so I think I know what I'm doing, and I like have this kind of background. I'm happy to try, and if it's crap, well, it was just a test. That's
You
how we
know,
started.
it's crazy because, like, at first, I think our first sale, what, came like 2 months after or something like that?
Yeah,
It
almost
was real
like it was
quick.
like 2 months in a day.
Yeah, it was quick. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think once we got into a groove, you were able to see how much work it actually goes into it. And I didn't know.
Hmm.
I thought you were just like, all right, it looks like a bird. It looks like a. But when I saw the video that you created about how much, you know, when we did that first collaboration, how much you go
Yeah.
through at each clip and you research and
Yeah.
that, I'm like, because I've been doing Adobe stock for about 3 years now, and I let Adobe uh, pretty much say all the keywords, and then I'll just go
Yeah.
ahead and add locations.
Yeah.
Sensei is pretty great with that, but with this, there's no automatic person. It's you. So, um,
The
yeah,
automatic person.
yeah, and I tell people all the time. I said if it worked for you, I probably wouldn't have as much success on this platform.
Yeah.
I think I'm almost at 3,000 clips online, and yeah,
Wow. Yeah. I really appreciate that. I say the same. I'm like, Tristan's my gold mine. Because you just like keep the clips coming and they're good and they
yeah,
sell. Like you've filmed so many different topics,
yeah.
which is awesome, and we get sales from all of them. I don't think there's like a topic that you filmed that we haven't had sales in. So
Okay,
I just like keep them coming.
right.
Yeah. So I say the same thing. I think I've had, as of today, like 196 sales,
Oh wow,
and like over half of those are from you.
oh wow.
So, or from us, from
From
our,
us.
our
Yeah, it's not a
shared
me.
plan.
It's not a me. It's not a you. It's a us.
Yeah,
It's collaborate. That's the best part
yeah,
about Black Box is, the collaboration aspect. It's like a lot of people I see going into this.
yeah,
I'm going to do the filming. I'm going to do the editing. I'm going to do the. It works,
mhm,
but when you have somebody experienced on both ends,
yeah,
it kind of makes it better. So I can focus
yeah,
on going out and shooting, and then I can just tell you where I shot it, and you pretty much run with that. So,
yeah.
um,
One of the things that I love about exactly that is it's not only like I'm getting cool shots from all over the world, but it's also like really fun to have these conversations with people from all over. And some people write to me and like want services provided, and I'm like, oh, it's more like a partnership. Like, if you want to like chat about how cool I think this video was and let like kind of have fun with it, like I'm happy to keep going. And then
right.
the collaborations that are a bit more dry, I usually tend to not repeat with those ones because I'm really enjoying like the friendships that are blossoming out of
Right.
these collaborations.
I want to talk about your rates because our rates changed, and
Yeah.
and I definitely want to value what you do because at first we started out at 20%, and then you were
Uh-huh.
like, I want to exclusively work with this batch of people.
Yeah.
And so I was able to say, okay, I'm fine with that because you do a major part of the job that I don't want to do at all.
Mhm.
And so that transition from 20 to 30, um, for me, it was seamless because it, I value you. So whatever you want, if you want
Mhm.
50%, I'm fine.
Careful.
I know, right? But so like, I mean, but that's how much work I
Yeah.
value because at first, like I said, I didn't know what you would do. And
Mhm.
so when you came at me and said, I would like this percentage, and I'm like, okay, perfect, because like I said, I value what you do. So have you had that same experience with anybody else? Or
Oh yeah. So I have worked with over like I think over 34 people at this point. And then some people it was just worked together on one batch and then we both kind of moved on. And some people were like repeat collaborators. And then I saw like once the sales were coming in, because I was putting quite a bit of time into it, and I've gotten good sales from the clips that I have uploaded. But when I saw the sales that were coming in at 20%, I couldn't really justify the continued time investment because it just wasn't a good ROI for me personally. And so I think the message that I sent to you is like, I would love to keep doing this, but I have to be able to justify it. I have to make it more sustainable. So sustainability for the time was really important to me. And then I was looking at it and I was like, if I went from 20% to 30%, that would double what I earned basically. Because I had looked at, I was like at 80 sales at that point I think I had, and then I saw the amount of money that came along with it, and I was like, oh, that's a little painful. I would want that to be a little bit higher. And now I see like sales coming in at 30%, and I feel really good about those. So one thing that I say to a lot of people, like a lot of metadata curators and full curators write to me, as do other videographers, asking about rates, asking for advice about rates, asking if they should go higher, if they should go lower, asking what the standards are. And I say you can find and ask for whatever rates you want. It's just important that both parties are happy. So if you really are looking for someone who will do it for 20%, you can absolutely find that. But it's just important that everybody's happy.
um,
Definitely.
yeah, so what has been some of the struggles?
The
Would you say?
struggles. I would say the struggles were probably more early on. They were from potential collaborators who didn't really appreciate what a curator or collaborator would be doing for them. So I got some pretty rude messages at the beginning. And it wasn't like I wasn't even asking for 30% then. It was just like when I was asking for the standard, like some of the things that people would think it was like okay to say to someone over the internet, it was like I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. But I had some people who would write to me and say, or like if who would say things like anybody could do this, like a house mom at home could do this, uh, and I don't know, they were just rude.
Yeah.
And
It's
I didn't
nasty.
know where it was coming from, and I was like, I'm not asking you for anything. You asked me. So that was probably some of the like early on struggles. And then something that was a struggle for me that made me decide to ask for 30% instead, because I also spend a lot of time giving feedback and a lot of
Right.
time filtering through clips and sending back clips that aren't good enough because I want the best of the best. Because once you have that refined selection, you'll see better sales on it. And if you don't refine the 20 clips to 13 of the best and you have the 20, they'll all perform a little bit more poorly than they would have if you had the best of the best. So I was spending more time on it that I wasn't just keywording, and I wanted to ask for like more percentage for that. So I've made, as of today, 196 sales, and that's still under 1,500. So like I would think for like that many sales, I was imagining starting with just my partner Garvey and thinking I'd be getting, the full number. I expected a little bit more for that number. So it was difficult for me for my morale when I would see that one person on one sale would make like $163 or even on like a regular sale, they'd be like, I got $50 for this one clip. And I was like, I got $50 from 17 sales.
Mm-hmm.
What? So that was like difficult to get through, but I kind of had to shift my approach, work with less people, and then once I narrowed down to the people I truly enjoyed working with, I didn't feel like I was like some sort of like industrial machine that just had to crank out clips. It was more like something I was already enjoying more because it was with people I enjoyed, on footage I enjoyed, who I knew that they wouldn't like get upset if I sent back a clip or something. That happened too. Some people got upset to use their clips.
I remember the first time I got
Yeah.
that refused or rejected from Curating.
The first time they gave us the button.
I'm like, no, what did I do? But then I saw, but you always write things that help me to see the perspective of it. You would say, there is a better clip here.
Uh-huh.
That's why this one was refused. Or there's a little bit of shake at the tail end. Maybe you could cut that and then re-upload it. So the feedback within that kind of helped me say, okay. And then I noticed that you're refining what we actually push through. But I'm just going to continue to upload everything and then let you because that's I don't know what's good. I think everything.
That's not true. That's not true. You are one of my best collaborators for refining. Like, you say that, but you already are very, very good at giving me the best of the best, and I reject very little from you. So if you feel like you have a lot of rejections, imagine the others. Oh, no, they're going to see this video, and they're all going to think I'm talking about them.
Well,
Sorry.
It was something.
About you. You're okay.
No, it was something to get used to because at first, when you see that, it's like, well, what did I do wrong? And it's not what you did wrong, it's what you could do better. And so a lot of people think, oh, take it personal.
Yeah.
I can't take it personal because this is potentially my livelihood. Like, I work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I work a full-time job. And so when I get off work, I spend some time with my family. If there's something cool, they're like, go shoot it and come back. So there's
I love that. I love that.
But having you there to kind of curate my work, push the best forward, I think it helps the whole platform.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm really excited about seeing the BlackBox hubs coming up. Like, if you saw, there's one in Brazil now. I'm so excited to see where those go. And I just launched my metadata course and the keywording course. And my goal behind it is I want to get more people into it. I want to get more people keywording because we have like the global community. There's a lot of people who don't speak fluent enough English to optimize their keywording. They can do it, but it might not be optimized. And then there's some people who probably could do it but don't feel confident enough. And I think way more people could be writing their keywords if they wanted to. And like what I tell everybody is like you can totally do it. It's a learning curve and you need to learn best practices, but you can totally do it if you do those things. And then you can decide once you know how to do it if you want to or not. But I think a lot more people want to. They just don't feel confident enough. So I already had 4 people give me feedback on the course, and one of them said like exactly what I wanted to hear. Cam, thank you so much. He said like it opened my mind, and now I see I can totally do it. I need to practice, but I could do it. And I'm like, of course you could do it. Of course you could do it. Like, I think anybody could do it if you just learn. And it's hard to find those resources because when they're spread all the way across the internet, like to make the course, I went through every single article on the agencies I could get my hands on about keywording. Oh, and when I have one master document that's 120 pages of agency content, and I went through all of it, and I like wrote down everything that was applicable and then deleted the redundancies, and then I made my course. And so now you don't have to go out and find it everywhere where it is in the world. You can just go to that one course and do it. But I'm super excited to get more curators like ready and willing so we can pair up the either the native English speakers or the highly proficient non-native speakers who want to write the keywords and match them up with those fantastic artists around the world who have just these gorgeous videos, but it breaks my heart when they say, this is not for me. This is not for people like me. Because I live in southern Spain. I'm from Oregon in the U.S., but I live in southern Spain.
West Coast.
West Coast, best coast. Oh, no, somebody's going to like fight me in the comments over that. Maybe you
Oh
should
well.
cut that out. Cut that out. One of my very dear friends here, he's also a professional videographer. I've been trying to get him to do stock as well. And he said, like I think a year ago, he told me this. This is a more or less quote. He said, I looked into it 2 years ago, and I really tried to get into it, and I made accounts and everything, but it was all in English. It's not for people like me. And I heard that, and I was like, no, my heart broke in two, and I'm still trying to encourage him to join, but he feels this barrier, he feels this block. And what I think we can do in BlackBox is take away those barriers and take away those blocks and say, not for people like you doesn't exist.
Right.
Like, it could be for anybody. And if there's a part you say, this piece of the equation is not for me, there should be a partner there available for you.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of BlackBox. Like everybody can bring their skill set, and there's no barriers here. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't want to make this too long. So
He was like, cut it up and.
no, it's all good. I mean, this has been enlightening for me and you and those who watch it. You can see how Facebook is pretty much the hub where we communicate outside of BlackBox, and then come back to BlackBox to kind of fulfill the rest of the clips. But
I was excited. I was excited to have a call. I wanted to actually talk to you.
Right. Yeah. This I think the more people communicate, especially collaborators within the platform, I think it'll be a much better success. But
yeah, I think so too.
I'm not sure who else is doing this. So. Yay, first trendsetters.
Woo! It's fun.
And plug your video.
I've had a lovely time chatting with you.
Plug your Skillshare. Let's plug your Skillshare one more time.
Yeah.
If you don't know about it, go check out Victoria's Skillshare. It teaches you how to write killer keywords for stock. A great title, by the way.
Thank you so much. I would love it if you guys joined. We'll include a link down below. If you've never, it's my referral link, so if you've never used Skillshare before, if you click that link, it'll give you 2 months for free, and you can take the course absolutely for free. So get in there, and you can upload a project, and then I'll be there to give you direct feedback on your clips specifically, and we can all have conversations and chat there.
Wow. And then if you're not on BlackBox, click the referral link, and that'll take you to it. You can sign up and become a BlackBox member and start making passive income. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, if you're not on BlackBox, what are you doing?
Get your life together.
Your outro, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.